KAGE is one of the ones that, first ones I seen too that had like real life, real packaging, you know what I'm saying, always together record, man.
Okay.
I think it was Rock Wall Entertainment, I think it was. And the song was Ratted, that was one. He kept a song on the radio. But one of my favorite ones was called Trade My Life with You, something I wanted to date homeless or something like that, man. It's one of my favorite ones, man.
What y'all know about that right there? That's Boo the Boss Player. I bought this now.
Of course, Boo did too, man. You know, I always did.
Oh, yeah, that first album.
Boo the Boss Player, he had to join Birds Fly South. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I could never get it because every time I tried to get it, it was sold out.
On cassette. This Boo the Boss Player on cassette. Most definitely. 601. You know what I'm saying? We got Prison. Life is a Gamble. This is history. You know, they probably ain't even got it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. They ain't even got it. Yeah, it's Wood Street Player. Dope and Soul, both of they CDs. Man, what is this? What's the date? I don't even see. It might be on the inside. This one we had.
You could just bust it over.
Boy, it was a big thing back here. I don't see no date, but this is early 90s. This is 90s. Yeah, this is that, man. And think about it, they was selling these for $10. Wood Street Player, Dope and Soul. I like Boo the Boss. I like Boo, man. Boo had Birds Fly South for the woman. That was my jam. If you was doing the thing we call hip hop and down south music, man, a lot of cats might not know it. I was supporting all of them. I didn't have nothing to say about this. It's an art. I didn't have nothing to really say about cats music. You know, I liked it. I can't. You know, we didn't have social media, so you didn't know how I was feeling about it. The only way you knew how you felt about a cat's album was you went out and bought it. That's it. We didn't have social media. You showed love.
And man, I ain't gonna lie. The first record I can remember is like, "What's up, Jack?"
You know it.
Man, like Mellow T, Wildlife Society, man, them motherfuckers like made me want to rap. Then, man, like the next group that I heard, I remember, man, we bought a cassette. Cause in my Honda Accord I had a cassette. There was no DVD players, there was none of them. It was a cassette. Mississippi Mafia. Mississippi Mafia. Them like the two that kind of made me say, man, these boys from here in Jackson,
they do it like that.
They do it like that. That kind of motivated.
That's the only thing I can show you. That's the only thing I can tell them. It's like if you respect what they doing, you go out there and you support them. If they sell a CD, I bought a lot of these here at Bebop.
Bebop.
You remember we used to walk in Bebop and do a consignment.
First person I ended up seeing a fly on was Hellborn.
Yellowbar King was my boy. Actually, the first studio we recorded in was Yellowbar King. And I tell you how we got him. You remember Mario that had Sound the Sound on Ellis Avenue, the tape shop? He had I was going in and buy tape shit all the time. He had a little jar set up in there with you know, like a raffle. You know, saying if you buy a cassette, if you rap or whatever, you know, pull your name and you get 1 hour free studio time. So I pulled the name and I got Yellowbar King. That's how I met him, call him, talk to him, boom, boom, boom. So he actually was one of the first engineers and producers to record Hellborn.
Man, that's crazy.
That's my boy.
Yeah, I hadn't heard anything, but my brother, my older brother, we had a neighbor, we was living in apartments, and he was cousins to Hellborn, and they sent me flowers to see. And of course he had the blazing skulls on. Yeah. Right on point, you know.
Fun fact, the volcano was owned by my aunt out in one of my aunts, and they sold it over to people who had it back then. I don't call them names.
Tiffany's was a spot where, you know, we first started seeing a lot of the national artists. Finesse was bringing a lot of the national artists through. You know, I stayed right down the street in Northgate at the time, so I was 5 minutes away from Tiffany's. So, you know, that's when I was getting out and about. So, you know, when Chris was going through what he was doing over at Tiffany's, man, I was there a whole lot. You know, I was there when the doors was closed and all the goings on was happening on the inside and seeing what was going on behind the scenes with the shows. And, you know, that was the first place where I saw 69 Boys and 95 South and Crucial Conflict. And, you know, a lot of these acts, they came here. And then, you know, Donnie Money was over at the UG and he was bringing all of the Rap-A-Lot artists down here at the time, you know what I'm saying, when Rap-A-Lot was in his infancy. And then the next thing you know, Finesse moved over to another spot that was over on Northview. I forget the name of it. That was the first time that I saw the whole No Limit squad. That was the first time that I saw the whole Cash Money squad. Like when you could get all 10, 15 artists in those cliques for a couple of $1,000s to come through. You know what I'm saying? That was the first time that I saw, you know, Baby and BG and Lil Wayne and all those folks. It was the first time that you saw Master P with the whole clique.
Stokes, Big Stokes, the only guy I know who ever did like the most volume-wise successful rap shows back in the day, because the stuff y'all got now, it ain't nothing. I mean, we used to go to the club, you be able to see No Limit soldiers, from them to Ghetto Boys, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Y'all ain't got that shit now, man. Y'all gotta wait, go to motherfucking, y'all gotta go to fucking New Orleans and go see a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
A decent show.
Yeah, a decent one.
Yeah, we had the group called Focus. We had a manager named Melvin. We called it Bullet Group. Long story. And he actually got us some good shows. Mississippi Mafia came down here with Scarface. They performed in Elvis, Mississippi, at this some kind of arena. I can't remember the name of it. KAGE was with him, but I don't know if he performed that night, because you know Freddie came, because you know that's when they was with the Rap-A-Lot. That was then, but I can't remember if KAGE performed or not. But that was my first time seeing Mississippi Mafia perform.
Here I come from the Valley of the Sun. Here I come. You talking about that's Melody?
That's Melody.
Children of the Cornbread now. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was the thing on Sunday evening to listen to rap in the evening. You know, it was going down. You know, they the first ones to let the local artists tap into getting some radio play.
Folks would be in the mall and we have these huge ciphers like in the food court. And nowadays, look back, it was almost like the who's who of Jackson rap were in these ciphers. But it wasn't enough just to say you was dope. You literally had a circle of your peers and you had to show and prove. And it wasn't like a bunch of written rhymes or pre-thought battle rhymes like you see on YouTube and shit. Like, this is literally straight off the top of the dome, person to person. Somebody maybe even be beatboxing, maybe a cappella, and you really just got to spit your shit. And that was, to me, that was part of the golden era of Jackson rap. Maybe, and I'm gonna pull back from saying Mississippi, because there's other parts of Mississippi that probably have their own story. But here in Jackson, it was truly like Little Shaolin, you know, because Prism would run up on me in Metro Center, and it was like on-site testimony. Like, he just really would just walk up on me and start rapping in front of all my friends and shit. It was like instant battle. So what are you gonna do?
Forward to college, I met Chris from Wildlife, Mellow T at Jackson State, and we all kind of linked up after that. But we did shows together, and even before that, with Renegades and Mississippi Mafia, all those guys were friends of my friends. And it's in high school and junior high school, we would get up in the morning before school. I had a partner who had a car, say maybe 10th grade, he could drive. We would get in the car, we could drive from our neighborhood to the school across town and go battle somebody early in the morning before time to go to school. Go across town, battle, whoop somebody up, and come back to school and make it there before the bell rang.
That was probably the only time I seen the United Front. We all got along, man, because everybody loved that music so much you couldn't just wait for the next show. But the hip-hop acts always started the show off. It was always Ragamuffins, then Strictly Business, then it would be us, Renegades, then Wildlife. That's the way the lineup was every night. Why they call it Killer J? I was there one night. That was when about 2 years after it was over. You couldn't even drive up and down Mega Elvis. Cars would stop. People would get out, talk, and party.
Lou Wright was sitting like right here. He said, "Sit up there looking like a China Beezy." I looked. I said, he dude on it. You know what I mean? I said, we're gonna, right. So I said, we're gonna make it something out like China Beezy, China Beezy. You like, Drew, man, you playing out like that. Me and Lou looking like, man, you serious? No, we just joking. Man, that man really liked that. So we end up, Big Bud made the beat, and man, we made China Beezy. Right there. Eating poker beans straight out the can. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow. So my thing was, it was a catchy song for him.
Like, I was one of them type of rappers that really was trying to rap on what was going on at the time. You know what I'm saying? Even though everybody was telling me like, man,
You know, you the one, really, you know, you go hard. I just really want to be in the street. Like, I really just was rapping because I didn't want to hear nobody else rapping. Like, I want to hear me. You feel me? Like, it's cool, and Boo told me for a long time. Like, man, you must just make your music to listen to it yourself. Basically, that's what I was doing.